What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the Bioshock film coming to Netflix. Not the story I thought we were going to get today, but here we are. Netflix Geek said, "We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us." Netflix plus Bioshock. Would you kindly stay tuned? And then in a thread to that, they did one more. Netflix, 2K, and Take-Two Interactive are partnering to produce a film adaptation of the renowned video game franchise Bioshock, and that is what we got. Now, obviously, people are excited. People are pumped. I am, in a way, the same thing. It's tough, though. It's tough, right? I think Bioshock on its own of what the franchise actually is, or what the game, I guess, specifically. So they say that it's an adaptation of the renowned video game franchise. So it doesn't have to be literally a one-to-one of the first game. Although, if there was any of these, Infinite, because of the city in the sky kind of idea, I think actually that would be pretty darn awesome to see on the big screen. But I'd imagine we're going to go to Rapture. I'm imagining, an underwater, which would be phenomenal, right? And that's the thing, like the first game I really think has, it's got actually the politics of it. It's got the atmosphere. It's got the I guess what you could imagine being like combat or like fight, cinematography sequences. It's obviously got the Big Daddy. It's got obviously such an amazing story and characters, and really the story that gets told to you in a variety of different ways. The potential is huge, right? And that's what I actually tweeted. I tweeted that the potential for this is gigantic. Remember, this has been something that's been trying to get off the ground forever, literally forever. This was in the works to be just, I think, a feature movie, just a movie that would appear in theaters, and it never ended up happening. And I think it had to do with the age and with the budget too, and the direction that they wanted to go. They wanted to go all in. So that's kind of the thing here. As long as, I would say, a couple things happen. Number one, if you're going in, you got to go all in. No, nothing cheap, nothing, half done. You got to go all in. You should have some of the creative minds. Ken Levine should be part of this. He should. He's no longer, now he is still working with Take-Two, but obviously, remember, he's no longer with the studio that made Bioshock, and that studio probably is just a shell if it's, that studio isn't even around in terms of the people working on it. But Ken Levine and any of the creative minds and heads that were around for that first Bioshock game should 100% be watching over, the writing process and what the movie is actually going to be. I would be very disappointed if that didn't happen. I will say again, this gets into the debate of, do we need these kind of things to happen? My approach has always been, I've did this for the Last of Us TV show. I've done this for the Uncharted movie. I really don't need these things in my life. I don't need try to be copycats, existing. However, well, number one, I'm not heartless, and I understand the potential. I understand, the fans' desire to maybe see it in different ways once they get confirmed, right? I don't prefer that any of these franchises ever get touched by Hollywood in any shape or form. And Netflix, obviously, problematic. And I actually despise that word, so let's use a different word. Netflix has made some really great things. There's no denying that. Obviously Netflix has a not the greatest reputation of all time, and they deserve that, right? Because they've done a lot of horrible stuff. They've ruined things. They've made live action adaptation of things, and they've completely butchered it. They've done some horrible stuff, but they've also done some really amazing stuff. So it really is a coin toss in terms of, are they going to get this right or wrong? I really think it would just be the creative team. Who is going to be the creative team behind them that would work on this Bioshock? That's the biggest thing to me. But, again, to say it doesn't have potential, or it wouldn't be cool, or it isn't possible to nail this would be silly, because all those things are definitely, possible and true. But at the same time, I don't know. It definitely depends on your expectations, right? Maybe you go in with this movie and you just expect it to be different, and you're not going to be comparing it or holding it up to the games. Or if they destroy the movie, it doesn't mean the game's, the game's legacy remains. That's fine. Depends on how you go in thinking about it. That's completely up to the people's expectations. But definitely a big story. I'll keep tuned to it. If there's any news on it, or you guys want me to cover it, I definitely can do that. I love Bioshock. I love the franchise. I love the first game. And again, I really think, again, you could do an Infinite thing. You could mix 1 and 2, but I don't really think that. I think you just do one. You do honestly, You can't do it exactly like Uncharted, because Uncharted is literally just taking set pieces from all of the movies, right? And they have characters here and there from them. But for this, you can't. I would say you can't pick and choose, you know, one thing from the other. I mean, maybe they will, but I'd imagine you do somewhat of just a retelling or your own maybe version. You switch some things in and out. Again, that gets very, very dangerous, right? In terms of, you know, recreating the first Bioshock game, because now you're messing with it. So we'll see how it all goes. But let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all my videos go up. If you want to follow me anywhere else, all my social media, including my Patreon and YouTube memberships, links for all of them are in the description below. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope to see you all on the next video.